Hello and welcome to a most unusual J-Day. For once, we don't have to worry about the rain we always seem to get. Though being away from our home at MU is definitely a blow. My name is Paul Aubrey. I am the president of the Missouri Interscholastic Press Association. I'd like to start today by thanking our sponsors, Balfour, for sponsoring the Student Journalist of the Year Awards, and Walsworth for sponsoring the awards and certificates. I'd also like to thank our board members for all of their hard work to put J-Day together. Our secretary, Megan Palmer from Park Hill South. Our treasurer, Jamie Gamina from Liberty High School. Beth Eggleston from Nixa High School. Ronna Sparks Woodward from Liberty North High School. Lee Rogers from Herman High School, Jane Bannister from Rittenauer High School, Christina Manolis from Washington High School, Justin Ford from Park Hill and Park Hill South High School. And I also want to give a special thanks to our Vice President, Donald Johnson of Webster Groves High School, and Michelle Kennedy of Grain Valley High School for all of their hard work on organizing and managing our annual contests. Thank you all of you, for coming to the first ever virtual Scholastic Journalism Day. The COVID-19 pandemic has changed the way we go to school, the way we meet, and the way we tell our stories. Hopefully, we have risen above the challenges, and we can move forward with new tools in our tool chests. Next, please welcome Dean David Kurpius, who leads the Missouri School of Journalism.
Welcome to J-Day. You have an amazing day ahead of you as you explore all sorts of topics related to journalism. And you'll hear from some of our Mizzou students as they share why they're studying journalism and strategic communication. One wants to pursue a creative path. Another is interning this semester in Washington, D.C. through the school's global programs. Yet another shares how she found her way to the Missouri School of Journalism from her Alaska home. This J-Day will inspire, excite, and challenge you. I'd like to give you a few thoughts for you to carry with you throughout the day. One is that journalism needs you, your curiosity, your perspectives, your stories. It takes the efforts of the best and brightest to be the bearers of light. If this past year has taught us anything, it's that the role of journalism has never been more important. There's never been a better time to consider a career in journalism and strategic communication. Finally, the best place in the world to prepare for your future is the Missouri School of Journalism. You will gain hands-on experience in real newsrooms and agencies while being mentored by faculty who have years of professional experience. Enjoy this great day of fun and learning, and come visit us.
Today, please use the Whova app to navigate your way through our events. We have sessions that run for 45 minutes. They start at 15 minutes past each hour. Our first session begins at 9:15 a.m. and our last sessions for today begin at 1:15 p.m. The awards for this year will be available to view beginning at 2:15 p.m. They are pre-recorded and broken up by contest strand, so you can view only the awards you want to view. With Whova, you can build your own agenda, or you can just view the existing agenda and pick the sessions that you want to attend. Please remember to mute yourself when you enter a session, but please leave your cameras on, as your presenters would love to see your faces. Use the chat feature when you are in your sessions to ask questions, or raise your hand and wait for your speaker to acknowledge you. We are not going to have a keynote speaker this year, and there are no on-site competitions, mostly because we're not on-site. We do have several sets of presenters and awards to give this morning, though. To start off, I would like to talk about one of our big awards, the Administrator of the Year. The Missouri Interscholastic Press Association is excited to recognize Nixa High School Principal Dr. David Kelly as the 2021 Administrator of the Year. MIPA honors administrators who support journalism in our state schools. In the nomination, journalism teacher Beth Eggleston said, "He has been a partner and encourager of Nixa High School's journalism department since day one. He has a respect for First Amendment rights and stands back as students gather the news. When it's time to get involved, he does so confidently and shows a constant respect and appreciation of our journalism department." In addition, Dr. Kelly is working with myself and our student journalism leaders to get us a space for a studio. He has been working directly with the leaders of our magazine, yearbook, and broadcast program in order to plan out a studio and make it a reality within the next 2 years. We've been working in a crowded classroom, and he sees the struggle. He is working to fix that struggle. He has also made a commitment to finding us funding for new photography and video equipment. Dr. Kelly has told me that there is no need for prior review at our school. He said he knows our journalism students are in the business of reporting the news, and they do that well. Therefore, he trusts that they will continue to produce credible publications with high ethical standards. I love the fact that Dr. Kelly shows confidence in our publications. His dedication to our journalism program is constant and greatly appreciated. And now, a message from MIPA's Administrator of the Year, Dr. David Kelly.
Well, how about that? That is really cool. It is an honor to be accepting the award for the Missouri Interscholastic Press Association Administrator of the Year Award for 2021. And I have to accept this award on behalf of all the journalism students and also our journalism teacher here at Nixa High School, Miss Eggleston. I could not be more proud of those students and the work that they accomplish day in and day out. Reporting not just the things going on here at Nixa High School, but also things going on in our community. They continue to do an amazing job. They themselves continue to win many awards, and I could not be more proud of the work that they produce. As an administrator, it's very important for me to support this program and to support our journalism students as they venture out, not just within our building, but into our community as well, and focus on their right as students to produce publications that tell the story of our students and our community. It's always a privilege to see the productions that our students produce, not just the print publications, but also the Eagle Air TV. All of our students do an amazing job, and I love that they have the opportunity to learn these skills here and hopefully turn those skills into their profession one day. My sister was actually a journalism student all through high school, and she went to college, and she majored in journalism. So it's always been something that has been intriguing to me, nothing I've ever been officially a part of, but I always remember the hours that she would put into these publications that not only our students, but all students across Missouri put in to this. And so just on behalf of all the work that our students do, and the time and the commitment that they show to report the things that are going on. It's just really neat to be a part of that and to be recognized with this award. So thank you very much, and I look forward to all the good things that our students will continue to produce, not just here locally, but also within our community and at the state level as well. So thank you again.
Up next, we are going to give out the Taft Award. MIPA strives to honor its tradition of recognizing excellence and dedication. The Taft is awarded to a person or group giving outstanding service to scholastic journalism and/or to MIPA. MIPA is excited to announce that the judges voted to name Missouri School of Journalism faculty Suzette Hyman and Ron Kelly as the 2021 Taft Award winners. Since becoming MIPA's executive directors, Hyman and Kelly embody the word outreach in so many ways. In their decision, judges wrote, "Suzette and Ron are some of the biggest supporters of scholastic journalism in Missouri. They are always looking for opportunities to reach more Missouri students, and they are willing to go above and beyond in order to promote scholastic journalism across the state. Also, Suzette and Ron have helped to lead MIPA through a very difficult transitional period, and I believe that the organization is so much stronger because of their tireless work. The nomination read, Suzette Hyman and Ron Kelly have advocated on behalf of MIPA for funding for the transition to the Better BNC platform for contests and have done a great deal to promote MIPA to non-member schools. And now, here are Suzette and Ron to share a message with us.
Hello, I'm Suzette Hyman, here with Ron Kelly, and we would like to express our deep gratitude for being selected as this year's recipients of the Taft Award. It is named for William H. Taft, a historian and educator who taught more than 10,000 students here at the Missouri School of Journalism in a career that spanned 25 years. I was one of those students in Dr. Taft's History and Principles of Journalism class, what we called H&P for short. He made all of his students memorize and recite the Journalist Creed, written by Walter Williams, the founding dean of the school. Dr. Taft knew his material well and insisted his students master it too. History, he emphasized, helps us understand people and societies through the centuries. These stories are lessons of courage, persistence, and constructive protest, and provide us with a foundation for navigating change.
Dr. Taft was considered the ultimate multitasker, so he invested a lot of time in the community, the State Press Association, as well as in scholastic journalism. His daughter remembered a time when her dad came to pick her up from a school activity. She would often find him sitting in the car grading high school yearbooks for the state competition, just like someone might be judging your yearbooks this year. Suzette and I have been honored to work with the Missouri Interscholastic Press Association for these past 4 years. You have inspired us with your strong commitment to scholastic journalism and how you work tirelessly to help your students understand the critical role of journalism in a democratic society. We hope many of them will continue their journalism studies at the Missouri School of Journalism. Again, we truly appreciate being recognized with the Taft Award.
Thank you.
Our final big award for the day is the Student Journalist of the Year. MIPA's Student Journalist of the Year for 2021 is Abby Prywich, a senior at Parkway Central High School in Chesterfield. She serves as editor-in-chief of The Corral, advised by Christine Stricker. Prywich plans to attend Indiana University and double major in education and journalism. In her essay, Prywich spoke about leading a publication during a pandemic. As editor-in-chief, I conducted a redesign of the print newspaper and our online website. I used Adobe Photoshop and InDesign to create our new logos. Since we started the school year virtually, I had to coordinate all of our reporters working remotely, which was not an easy task. I made clear deadlines and made sure to send out reminders to make sure everyone was up to date with what needed to be done. Luckily, our newspaper class met daily, so we were able to communicate fairly easily. We have a small staff, so managing the layout for a 24-page broadsheet paper was difficult to do, but I found a way to make it work. With my school switching to a quarter system, it did not allow us a lot of time to get everything done, so I ended up designing a handful of pages on my own time. And now, let's hear from Abby.
I'm very humbled and honored to be receiving this award. First off, I would like to thank my parents for their continuous support and always being my biggest cheerleaders. Next, I would like to thank my advisor, Mrs. Stricker, for always being there to help me. Coming into newspaper class freshman year, I had no experience with journalism, but over the past 4 years, she has helped me grow as both a journalist and a person, and I am so grateful to have her as my teacher. I would also like to thank my fellow staff members for always making class a great time and working hard for our newspaper. I would like to thank my principal, Dr. McCarthy, for providing an environment that is supportive of student voices and freedom of the press. Throughout my 4 years on newspaper staff, I have learned a lot, but most importantly, I have learned to enjoy writing Before taking newspaper class, I always viewed writing as a chore, but now I view it as something fun that I hope to continue in my future. I have also learned a lot of communication skills through interviewing people that have benefited me both in my journalism classes and in the real world. As an editor, I have had the opportunity to mentor new students on the staff and help them find the same passion I found. To all of the high school journalists out there, my advice for you is to never say no to a challenge. It is important to push yourself and to go out of your comfort zone because that is where your best work will come from. As a journalist, it is imperative to always perform research and be curious about other people for your stories because it will help you make them more interesting. Remember, everyone has a story. Thank you for this wonderful honor.
Thank you, Abby, and congratulations. To close out our session together this morning, I want to thank you all for trying something new with us this year. As we attempt to offer our educational programming and our celebration of our awards and of you in a virtual format. This year has not been easy for anyone, and I appreciate you giving us that chance. I also want to acknowledge Suzette Hyman, who will be retiring at the end of this school year. Anyone who's attended a J-Day or a national convention will recognize Suzette. She has been a constant figure here at Mizzou and at the convention, on the convention floor, at the MU table for as long as I can remember. And she's been everything we could have ever asked for in an executive director. She will be impossible to replace. Thank you, Suzette, for everything. I also want to thank my friend and mentor and our past MIPA president, Christina Gebhardt from Oak Park High School. Christina, without your advice, without you helping, J-Day would not be what it is. Looking forward, I believe that we will continue to utilize virtual sessions or a virtual format in some way. But I am excited at the prospect of returning to the University of Missouri in the spring of 2022. Thank you all, and enjoy J-Day.